Welcome back, everybody, to 205 Live, as we're about to hear from our WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Dante Jordan, in regards to the future of 205 Live. Now, for those who are still unaware, I am still your WWE Cruiserweight Champion. And now, after the draft lottery pay-per-view, the landscapes of all the shows have been shaken up a little bit. But the fact of the matter is that I am still here. Which brings me to an interesting idea. How about I face somebody who's never challenged for the Cruiserweight Championship? But since I'm a fighting champion, I will allow anybody to come out here and challenge me for the Cruiserweight Championship at TakeOver Chicago. It doesn't matter who they are. They can be an old face, a new face. I just want a challenger right here, right now. Well, looks like Dante Jordan's going to give himself a brand new challenger in the image of Brandon Torres, a fellow Cruiserweight Classic alumni who's been slowly making a name for himself here on 205 Live. It looks like he's the only one that's going to be stepping up to Dante Jordan's challenge for a Cruiserweight Championship match at TakeOver Chicago. You know what, Jordan? I'll take you on. Because the fact of the matter is that you talk too much and you barely back it up in the ring. I consider your reign to be luck, not skill. So what do you think of that, champ? Jordan not taking too lightly to those words from Brandon Torres. And now Jordan laying out Torres, as we now got a fight on our hands. As a escalation between these two dramatically have risen, and it's all going to come to head at TakeOver Chicago for the Cruiserweight Championship. Brandon Torres and Dante Jordan. And Brandon Torres making a sharp impact at the cost of the Cruiserweight Champion. But Jordan now with a gut-wrench powerbomb to Torres. And now Torres with a rolling cutter. And now Jordan, the champion, fighting back with a running elbow. As I say, he might be looking to put on the Hell's Kitchen submission here on Brandon Torres. No, just a knee strike. And another. And hell, why not make it a trifecta of knees to the side of the face of the side of the head of Brandon Torres, as we finally get some sort of security here to break these two up. And here we go, our main event here tonight, Jordan and Kalisto. And wait a second, that's, oh my god, we saw this from Tony Nese a number of weeks ago, playing mind games. Brandon Torres walking out with a Cruiserweight Championship replica to get inside the head of Dante Jordan before TakeOver Chicago. And here we go, our main event underway now. Jordan and Kalisto. Kalisto and Lince Dorado coming back to 205 Live after the draft. after Grand Metalik has been drafted to Monday Night Raw. So the other 2/3 of Lucha House Party decided that they're going to go their separate ways back to 205 Live and become singles competitors. Yes, as Jordan said on the top of the broadcast, that we did have a draft lottery pay-per-view. This past Sunday. And Jordan was one of the ones that were not drafted to either Raw or SmackDown, and he is still here on 205. However, we have to say a good luck to Carl James, who's been drafted over to Monday Night Raw as a part of the draft, and Finn Balor over to SmackDown as they continue to show what 205 Live is all about on those respective brands. But back to the action here. Jordan taking it to Kalisto with a package neck breaker. My goodness. But before returning to 205 Live, the Lucha House Party actually did rack up a World Tag Team Championship reign over on SmackDown Live, defeating Heavy Machinery right after WrestleMania. Now Kalisto looking to continue to set his sights on possibly the Cruiserweight Championship if he continues the role that he's on right now against Dante Jordan. Now Jordan, the champion, into the corner now. And Kalisto with a spinning back kick against a much taller opponent in Jordan. He's got a rear naked choke of sorts, almost like a modified Dragon Sleeper. Now Jordan with a kick right to the center of the back of Kalisto. Now Jordan working on the arms of Kalisto. The Lucha Dragon not giving up yet. We've seen this 2 times before already. This, I don't even know what you would call that, a suplex. But Kalisto now into the cover on the Cruiserweight Champion, and Jordan kicking out at 1. Jordan obviously not taking Brandon Torres' remarks lightly, saying that his championship reigns have been based on luck and not skill. Well, I would beg to differ 100% that Jordan's been a hell of a champion and viable champion at that. Defending against the likes of Tony Nese, Mike Kanellis, and even beating Roderick Strong. Among others. As Jordan now goes into the cover on Kalisto. And Kalisto this time with only a 1 count. Now Jordan with a stiff uppercut. As he sends Kalisto into the corner, and now Jordan's turned his attention to Brandon Torres on the outside. Again, these two meet this weekend at TakeOver Chicago, and Kalisto taking the advantage. Off the distraction from the unbroken Brandon Torres. And now Jordan with a backbreaker to Kalisto. As now Jordan comes to the outside on the apron. We've seen this move many times before. That springboard knee smash right into the face of Kalisto. You gotta imagine that the mask has got to provide some kind of covering, shielding for Kalisto. And now Jordan's looking to put this match away here against Kalisto with the Hell's Kitchen submission. This is going to be enough to tap out Kalisto. Our main event, and it does. Dante Jordan puts away Kalisto. the former World Tag Team Champion. As we take a look at the replays here. I believe that was off the springboard knee, and then here's the final look, the Hell's Kitchen.
Here is your winner, the Real Deal.
And Dante Jordan is ready for Brandon Torres at TakeOver Chicago this weekend. We will see you all there. Thank you everybody so much for joining us here on 205 Live.